All right, here we go. The last few days of yet another summer spent with our interns on the island for the fish farm exhibition. And any minute now, I'm sure we're going to be able to celebrate the fact that we have managed to farm over 109 fish because I got serious about it. Pun fully intended, since it's me, Siri, and we're here at one of the pop-up exhibits, which only last for a short amount of time but have taught me a lot about how to really make the money. Yes! Spiky aquarium coral! Woo! All right, so we have now scored gold on our challenge to go ahead and take care of some of the fish at this fish farm pop-up exhibit. Oh my gosh, exhibition? There we go. All right, expedition? There's so many cool E words that have to do with adventure and education and curiosity. But actually, okay, aquarium fern, spiky aquarium coral, and the sea creature mural don't happen to have any E words in them. But I'm excited, enthusiastic, happy that we were actually able to go ahead and complete with gold that exhibit right before we step back into our 2-pebble aquarium and museum to spend a little bit more time looking into those rumors of the golden goldfish before we head back to tend to our prehistory exhibits and the cave people that inhabit the present, since we are going to hopefully open more time portals. But we'll talk about time portals and cave people in prehistory more in a little bit. Also, if I want my leopard sharks to breed, I need to make sure that they happen to have their breeding cup, or else they're not going to lay their little eggs or give birth to their little pups, depending on what this species does. So hello everyone and welcome back. I am very excited that we have been able to unlock yet another mystery of the seas with our spiky coral. That I wanted to see. Puns not intended that time, but I guess there are puns since, we're dealing with the sea. But I wanted to see what we would find if we came in and we got the last of the gold decoration from completing that exhibition, because I wanted to see if it was going to have anything to do with other even equipment, because sometimes we've gotten and unlocked really important things like upgraded filters that would allow us to take even better care of our animals. So now that we've accomplished that, and knowing that we have so very many things that we could be working on, let's try to stay focused on our current goal of Rocket Scientist James. I'm very, very sorry that you currently have a broken face. That was not intentional. Thank you very much for bringing back a giant fork that we can go ahead and analyze for its Wetlandian mysteries, though. I really appreciate that. And look at this! And now we might even be able to have that little hospital we were talking about. Because if I recall correctly, we were talking about building a hospital for our staff members so they could go ahead and have a clinic or a spa they could go to get any of the broken hull injuries and other things like that kind of just tidied up and repaired. I think it'd be a little wild to put them all the way over here, but maybe that's a good idea, just to start that hospital area. And maybe what we'll do is we can end up making a general clinic that, ooh, we've unlocked coral windows. Oh, wow, we're learning a lot about the sea, which is not anything to do with the prehistory that we were working on, but that's okay, because adventures get to be diverse. All right, so we do have a Dose and Douse 2 now. Let's put it over here for a minute. And I wonder if it would be best off. Okay, we'll put it over here because it does look like something that you might find in a weird deep sea zone. And We'll put some, we do have the Bunglesboro mega map that we could put next to it as well, which is kind of awesome. We earned that from having been able to gain a full, a full 5 stars on our science maps. I also really, really love these pipes that we can put in. That also looks like something you would expect to find like in the undersea sort of exhibit area. And we do have these planter pipes that we can put in as well. That's probably a good construction. Let's see. And then we'll put in a couple donation bins in case people want to donate to, oh, can you imagine if they were like donating to the explorers like injury and get well soon cookie fund? That would be kind of cute to think that that's something that they could donate to. It's like, this is for the explorers injury and get well soon fund in case you hope to help our brave adventurers be able to recover from whatever ailments they've gained while going into the deep seas trying to find adventure for you, yours truly. All right, let's see. And then, oh, look at that! And now rocket scientist James, with the broken face, you're gonna be able to go to the Dose and Douse and hopefully feel better soon. We can go ahead and get both a mix of the marine life and some science ambiance that we will bring into this area. And while that helps us out with curing 30 staff at the Dose and Douse, we can come over and we will, let's see, we will carry on trying to unlock the golden goldfish for one of our fantastic new exhibits. And I wonder, we needed to go to downtown Atlantis too. And we needed a double dose of pilot wings in order to do that. Do we have our double dosed pilot wing expert yet? We have somebody in training for double fish whispering. We do have glacier ecologist Ren, who can help us out with double dose on pilot wings. Really good at driving. I almost said flying. Really good at flying our, oh, I meant driving our submarine. And actually, I need double dose on a assistant. So I think Star Watcher Amy, you're actually about to become the new submarine driver because I need double dose on survival, and only fish geneticist Callium has that skill. Only they can keep us alive while going to Atlantis this time around. That sounds a little alarming, to be honest, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So we're gonna come over and we are going to find Aqua Gardener, Nature Lover. You actually would be good at training at double pilot wings. And then, do we have anybody else? We'll have backup with Star Watcher Amy Wolfsong. Okay, that sounds a little, okay, that would make me a little nervous if someone's like, yeah, we might need backup, so we'll train that guy too. But, you know, just in case somebody wants to swap out for some other kind of adventure, perhaps. And then while they're doing that, it would probably be pretty useful to have, did we get a robo charge spot set up for this entire area? There's the Form Runes. I do have Pristine Palm Tree, Nibblodon Skeleton. We have a Mother of All Pearls we could analyze in order to research what it has available. I have a lot of things that janitors could be doing. So it might be really, really nice to be able to have some janitors. And I think I have like 1.5 billion extra nigiri fish, so we might analyze their DNA to get the perks. Wonderful there too. And then I have a scientist wandering around somewhere. I need to get more whirly cogs if I want to be able to make a robo charger. Got it. And if we're going to go, let's get more survey scanners constructed if we're going to start exploring other parts of Atlantis in the search for our golden goldfish. And I'm gonna need more whirly cogs from some of our janitors who are currently available. Let's see, Recycle Expert Aslan and watercolor artist Alari. Oh, it's so good to see both of you. Why don't you two pop on over, gather up some whirlycogs, maybe another one. Do I have a researcher who can go and snag Flora Fanatic Fawnhoof? It appears you currently still have your case of monobrow. I was kind of hoping that those giant parasitic mono eyebrows would have conveniently fallen off you by now. Since they have not, we'll deal with that in a little bit here. Oh my gosh, and people need to go to the bathroom so badly. Are we just gonna have like, maybe we could just open up a building that was just a cafe with a bathroom. Run a tour containing 2 prehistory exhibits with a rating of over 3.0. Oh, do we have any prehistory exhibits? Here's a Nibelodon skeleton. And, a new wet wiper. What a good little fish. We'll go ahead and put it into, let's see, wants any aquarium rocks, wants any aquarium shells. You guys are really adorably fussy, aren't ya? And there's our nigiri fish. Oh my word. And I guess we could have more guards if they wanted to help us collect all of these donations. But now that I've become good friends with our robot friends, you know, might as well just wait for some robots to come around. So let's see. The nigiri fish want to have, I think, some aquarium rocks, they said. Oh, you guys don't have enough decorations. And you wanted some cute little aquarium shells? Of course, little friends. I wish the fish could, like, have a little bubble, like, pop up that just floats above their heads. And it's like, hey, we want more, like, decorations. Let's see. The nigiri fish has given us an entertainment boost. And we also had the mother of pearls give us that entertainment boost as well. And we got to level 3 on it. Excellent. See, even when we are jumping between our museums, we've kind of got a little bit of a, wow, people really like the Dowsendos. Okie dokie. I might need to go and dig up another one of our 6 staff members who currently have the whole monobrow thing. Emergency botanist James. Hey, James, you're both a botanist and a mechanic here. I'm gonna plop you down over at the Dowsendos, and we're gonna go ahead and continue to gather up more whirlycogs. There we go. Little speedy expedition. Speedy expedition? Do I have somebody? There we are. Excellent. And while that, okay, we might also need another workshop. So you know what? Maybe it is time to make sure we have all of the available areas we can expand to, so that then we can, oh good, and we got a lot of money from having that impressionist statue down. So that then we can have more space to be able to build things like a little cafe. I have no idea what the bathroom would be. Ooh, that sickly pear is actually a pristine sickly pear. On the one hand, I would like to keep it longer, but on the other hand, I technically don't need to. Do we have a sickly pear yet? Do we have a hot climate for, we have, oh, you know what could make a hot climate for our spa? Of course, I just had a great idea, you guys, the lava lamp. Then we could also do the tour with it. So we can go into, dun 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 dun, the volcanic springs. And there's also Barracuda there. So we actually could technically make ourselves a little cafe where we could move the nigiri fish, and we could go ahead, oh hey, look at that, fish tennis iscalium. I think that you could actually be very talented at taking museum extinct jellyfish expert Ellie. You need to go on this expedition in the hopes of gaining enough experience, because we do have a brand new jellyfish area that we can do research at. Oh my word, that would be so cool. Let's see. And we're going to have you guys maybe haggle the price of this expedition down. We already have pristine on it. Let's see if you guys bring back a lava lamp, because that'd be really fun. We can actually do 2 lava lamp surveys if we really, really wanted, because we do have Dun dun! The Scruffy Bluff that we have unlocked as well. And you know what? It does have the cliffhanger plant, but we don't have a prehistory expert level 7. However, maybe we'll come over. We've hardly gone over here. And we will have Muse Maru go out and join a soup kitchen event. I like to imagine that we kind of have a relationship with the alternative timeline that has the cave people now. And we go back in time and like run a soup kitchen for them. I don't know why that's giving me such a deep urge to do something like that in Sims, because I don't know how I would do that. But it's what I'm thinking about right now. Oh, okay. And then let's see. Oh dear. I think I took away my mechanic who had workshop. So I need to hire a new mechanic that has workshop. So Hannah Forever, congratulations! You're actually going to be compass crafter. Hannah Forever. I wonder if there's a word for people. Is actually, you know what? I need to find that out. Is there a name for people who craft compasses and like research them and try to figure out how they work? Cartographer. Yes. Oh, that'll do. I like cartographer is probably a better phrase, but we'll have this be cartographer Hannah Forever, one of our wonderful patrons who make all of these adventures possible. And I love the idea of you being a cartographer, helping us make some of the survey events and everything else. Also, if we have space, why do we not have more bathrooms for our staff? I know that we have like a nice little setup over here, but seriously, I'm 99.9% sure that our staff would prefer to have more. They would really, really prefer to have like more toilets and more use case of this space rather than it being like overly fancy. So I wonder if I can make it so that this can fit in just right. Let's see. We might be able to sneak a couple more bathrooms in or like a few more stalls if I do this just right, and then probably move this plant into the corner. And then, all right, we'll turn this around. Okay, I swear our staff would be overjoyed about that compared to like not having enough bathrooms like before. And I think if I really line it up, can I sneak some sinks over here? No, but can I sneak the plant? Oh my gosh. If I really push that to the very edge, these are the kinds of skills, huzzah, that we have unlocked after all this time. Going ahead and learning so much from our other museums. You ask, what skills have you returned with, Siri? Gained from some of the other lands? My answer, my friends, is the fact that we now know how to help put in enough enough toilets into a tiny, tiny bathroom space that we can have hope that some of our staff won't have to suffer unnecessarily. All right, so holy moly, there have been a lot of different expeditions that have come home. All right. Hopefully we have enough to do some robotics there. And the Primordial Soup Kitchen. Maru, you were able to go and enjoy the Primordial Soup Kitchen. We might have you go right back out just because that might be a really great way to celebrate getting you up to level 7. And speaking of people who want to go ahead and research volcanoes and jellyfish and assist us in our quest for the golden fish, it's the Barracuda! Dun dun dun! It is great quality. So I think we're going to analyze this one's DNA, and then we're going to head back out, and we're going to allow Maru to go and volunteer at the Primordial Soup Kitchen again. And we're going to dive back into the volcanic hot springs in order to go ahead and see if we can get our hands on, there we go. Let's see. should we reduce the price, or let's do experience then? Maybe detailed? Yes, just to see if that helps out. And I think we might be able to do Wetlantis. Maybe? I think Maru is our only one with double survival. No, we can't do Wetlantis yet. And I have some new hires who need names. That's for when I'm like staring at what we can get accomplished and just trying to figure out like, all right, what do I need in order to go ahead and get some really great staff hired. Let's see. Pearl Expert, Cobalt Knights. We might have you go ahead and maybe just go to the Wetlantian Catacombs with the hopes that you can snag us. Wetlantian Ambassador Bergie will send you too. And I'm hoping that you guys might be able to snag us some more of those mother of pearls, or maybe a fork. Yes, a fork from our Wetlantian adventures, so that we can analyze the fork and learn a little bit more about it, because why not? Wonderful! It would be great to have another workshop. Maybe that could be at the potential hospital idea that we had, that we might put over here and move our helicopters to in a little bit. But we're gonna need more Dowson doses in order to do that. I do want to have the volcanoes down over here, and they count as prehistory if I recall correctly. Holy bathrooms! Like, everybody desperately needs these bathrooms. Okay. I mean, maybe I need to just go ahead and expand it again? And if we're gonna have that many, is it something about the running water? Like here at the aquarium? Because if we're gonna have that many people desperate for the bathrooms, it is making me think that getting a robo-charger up and going, just to have some of our robots functioning, probably more important than I realized. We're gonna get a science expert down here to do some research about the robo-charger. And then do I have anything else that I want to analyze right now? Maybe another one of these wet wiper fish. And then our leopard sharks are not currently breeding, but they very rarely breed. The Barracuda has given us a high alert perk, which reminds me, probably time to make sure that we're upgrading our camera booths, among other things. Oh my gosh, and even this is a tiny bathroom. Look, I'm really learning. If you need anything, it's high density fish tanks for your fish housing, and it's high density bathrooms for your guest. Hopefully, like, you also have good security on those bathrooms so that you don't have to worry about running into ne'er-do-wells, such as those bathroom bandits. The boogeymen. Wetlantian? I was trying to put together all of the different bits and bobs we're working on. And then we've got... Excellent, excellent. All right. Maru, congratulations! You have gained so much experience from having gone out and participated in donating your time to the soup kitchen. I have no idea why that makes me want to work with cave people and Sims. I don't even know how that would work. But it got very distracted about that idea. And we have another one of the Mother of All Pearls exhibits. Very beautiful, if you ask me. And this time around, we will keep it, because I keep forgetting to keep these, even if they're not pristine quality. Because if we activate the buzz bonuses on them, then we'll be able to work on visiting some of the other depths of the Wetlantian Sea. There we go. Because I believe it is... Let's see. Activate buzz bonuses on 10 Wetlantian artifact exhibits in order to figure out what we might need. Let's see. Diver Wren, you're doing analysis. Salty Expert, Salty Sweet Wren, if you could go out and do some more research and maybe get more of those artifacts. There we go. Because I do want to be able to explore those depths too. And somehow I just remembered, oh yeah, we're supposed to be working on the golden goldfish so that we can go back to our main museum and take that with us. Well, isn't life just grand and full of mysteries and chaotic adventures? Oh, all right. Okay, so, okay, jump on Market and get out of here. We don't need you messing with our stuff again. So all of this chaos said, okay, and there's apparently a dilemma. Oh, it's the giant sea squid again. It has come for us. We need to sing another sea shanty to calm the giant squid. And now I find myself staring into space thinking, how can I mimic that? And it made me think about the terrifying robotronic roach musical animatronics that you can find in the netherworld. You know, upon reflection, I'm really impressed with how much we get done here so often, because upon reflection, it's very busy with our various museums, and just being able to pick one goal and even remember that you were vaguely trying to stick to it is an accomplishment that we deserve to praise ourselves for. That being said, let's see, Atlantean artifacts with the wetsuit of armor, the boat. I completely forgot about those ones too. We could go there. We could go there really fast. And we can even take Snack Supervisor Backlog with us so that we can hopefully manage, okay, we already have Pristine on that, hopefully manage to get a great speedy survey and bring back more artifacts. So we're kind of like raiding the cutlery kitchens and possibly the thrift stores with, like, you know, Grandmama's old pearls of Atlantis right now. Oh my gosh. And there's a ton of money just like left about around here. So if we were going to pick a new type of exhibit to add in, to kind of reflect our Wetlandian adventures and everything else, I think it might be robots. And I think we might go ahead and make a little spot like over here where we can have our robocharger and have the robots kind of show off like their little nook in the wall where they can charge, among other things. And apparently the robocharger hates litter. I can only do so much, robocharger. Please be nice. But we'll get the robocharger over here. We will decorate around it. We'll maybe get the mod charger maybe on the other side too. And then we can set it up so that we can start having some robots come on in, which I think would be absolutely fantastic. Because, there we go, we'll get a robo security guard started. And then we gotta figure out how to give them a really cute little name too. We've learned so much since we were here last. I'm really proud of us. But all right, let's go ahead and check out what's in our crates of curiosity this time around. Apparently we have another hull breach. Whoops. Look at that. Oof. Okay, that's an average piece. I know we're supposed to activate the buzz bonuses, but that does, if we really are raiding the like grandma's thrift store of Wetlantis outskirts, aren't we? At least the boat's pristine. Oh, all right. And can we get the buzz on this one up? It wanted to be near that conch. What were the odds? What even were the odds? Thankfully, we pulled that off. I think we're getting close to that. And we have a pristine lava lamp. Huzzah! My idea will work after all. I swear. Okay, where are we? Over here. Because the lava lamp actually does heat up very, very well the area around it. And so we can go ahead and we can put down some of the plants that need to be near really hot things. That's fantastic. Let's like slap a little entertainment boost onto this thing. That's gonna be like maybe we'll say the boiling lava. Or actually, wouldn't this be like a sea vent? Boiling sea. Boiling. Oh my gosh, because it's like grandma's. Oh no. Mermaid tea kettle. There you go. You get your hot water from the sea vent. That's pretty cute. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.